The president may be in the United Kingdom Monday, but he's responding to criticism at home. His defense comes as Democrats ramp up calls for impeachment. CBS News' Natalie Brand is on Capitol Hill with the latest. Natalie?
And Elaine, House Democrats do remain divided over this issue, but they agree that the investigations need to continue. And we learned that new this afternoon. The House Judiciary Committee is planning to hold a series of hearings on the Mueller report starting a week from today.
As Congress returns to Washington this week, Democrats' calls for an impeachment inquiry continue to grow. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi was interrupted several times at the California Democratic Party's convention over the weekend with chants to impeach President Trump. The House Speaker has so far resisted calls to start proceedings, but the number 3 Democrat in the House, Congressman Jim Clyburn, says he believes the chamber is headed in that direction.
You think that the president will be impeached, or at least proceedings will begin in the House at some point, but just not right now.
Yes, exactly what I feel. I think we've already begun it. We've got all of these committees doing their work.
President Trump pushed back against calls for impeachment before heading to London.
There is no basis whatsoever for impeachment. None. There was no collusion. There was no obstruction. There was no crime.
But impeachment talk grew louder last week while Congress was on recess after Special Counsel Robert Mueller spoke for the first time since the release of his report.
If we had had confidence that the president clearly did not commit a crime, we would have said so.
Some congressional Republicans are calling on Democrats to either begin the inquiry or get back to work on other legislative priorities.
My advice to my Democratic friends is, if you want to do it, go hard or go home.
So far, more than 50 House Democrats have publicly voiced their support for opening an impeachment inquiry of the president.
And that's a little less than a quarter of House Democrats, Elaine. We know today that House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler says that he believes Mueller has left it to Congress to pick up where he left off.
Well, Natalie, the House Judiciary Committee says it will continue to hold hearings on the special counsel's report next week. What can we expect from those events?
Well, Elaine, we know that the first hearing is scheduled a week from today on June 10th, and that hearing is expected to focus on obstruction. In a statement, House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler says witnesses will include Nixon White House counsel John Dean, a key witness during the Watergate hearings, as well as former U.S. attorneys and other legal experts. Again, the focus of the hearing will be on the obstruction piece of the Mueller report.
Well, the House Oversight Committee sent letters to the Attorney General and Commerce Secretary Monday. The panel is scheduling a vote to hold the 2 officials in contempt of Congress. Remind us, what is this investigation about?
So this is the investigation into the Trump administration's efforts to add a citizenship question to the 2020 census and the reasons behind that. Chairman Cummings today said that the Attorney General and Commerce Secretary have failed to comply with subpoenas that were issued months ago, and they are now giving both AG Barr and Secretary Ross until Thursday to produce the documents, which would, they believe, reveal insight into the reasons behind the citizenship question. And if they fail to comply with the subpoena, then they say that they are moving forward with a contempt vote. Keep in mind that Attorney General Barr has already been held in contempt by the Judiciary Committee, but that has not received a full vote yet in front of the House. Sources tell CBS News that that could be coming potentially next week, that full vote before the House regarding Attorney General Barr.
Well, finally, has House Speaker Nancy Pelosi indicated what the tipping point could be for impeachment proceedings to begin?
Well, we know that she has said time and time again that the investigations, the various investigations by several House committees need to continue to play out before any decisions are made. So she does seem to be taking a go slow approach here, even though we remember in late May, she said that House Democrats believed that the president engaged in a cover-up. But again, she is urging that the investigations play out. As I mentioned, according to to the CBS count, around 55 House Democrats now say that they would be open to an impeachment inquiry, but that represents only, well, less than a quarter of total House Democrats, with many Democrats not taking a position on this at this time. And another factor that the Speaker has to think about is she would like to maintain the majority in 2020. And as we know, in 2018, a number of Democrats won swing districts, purple districts, and so she has to also think about the political strategy behind calling for impeachment and the public opinion around this issue. So again, what we've heard from her is that the investigations will play out and House Democrats will continue to follow the facts, as she says.
All right, Natalie Brand on Capitol Hill for us. Natalie, thank you.